Hey everybody, I hope you guys are all healthy and safe. So we have here today the Cubot X30. So this is another one of those budget phones from a Shenzhen OEM. Now I usually don't test these that much anymore, but this one stands out a bit to me because it has a hole punch display, a hole punch cutout display. We don't usually see that. This is actually the first phone from these smaller brands with a hole punch cutout. Usually they get a notch, so I thought it's worth checking out. Let's get to the unboxing. Okay, so let's look at the specs first. You see you have a 6.4 inch screen with a FHD plus resolution, runs on Android 10 with a 48 megapixel main camera and a Helio MT6771. That's basically a Helio P60. Okay, let's take it out of the box. Okay, so you see that there's a rubber jelly case, and this camera module is very familiar. This is basically the same camera module that we've seen in many other big name Android phones this year. So one of the things about these smaller name brands is they're quick to follow industry trends or copy industry trends, however you want to look at it. Basically, Huawei, Samsung will release something, they'll copy that look right away. So this phone comes with a screen protector out of the box, and on the right side you have a fingerprint scanner right here and a power button up top. So that's weird. I would have preferred the power button and fingerprint scanner to be just one button. Okay, you have the hole punch cutout right here. Looks pretty clean. This is a pretty clean looking design considering this phone starts at $230, but there's a discount right now that sells it for 150 bucks, $150 US, and you have, look at this all screen look with minimal bezels. This is a design that even a year and a half ago would have been considered jaw-dropping, cutting edge on a flagship phone. Now you can get it starting at 150 bucks. So this back, I can't quite tell if it's plastic or glass. It definitely feels a lot better than traditional cheap plastic. It might actually be glass. And you notice that the edges are actually chamfered, so that means the screen blends into the aluminum chassis pretty smoothly. It's kind of curved, there's no rough edge. Alright, let me set up the phone. Okay, so the first thing you notice is that this phone's still out of the box. It runs on that Android 9 Pale navigation, which is freaking terrible. I hate this navigation. Let's jump into settings. I believe you can change it to Android 10 navigation. Yeah, right here. I mean, they have better given us Android 10 navigation, or else I would have thrown this phone out the window. So the gestures, they look pretty good. Animations look pretty smooth. They work as advertised. Let's test the camera. So this is the 48 megapixel main camera, and okay, I'm pretty impressed. This is pretty good quality in terms of dynamic range and colors and sharpness. Now we'll go to the wide angle camera, 16 megapixel, and yeah, right off the bat you see dynamic range suffers quite a lot. Notice how the lights are blown out, and then the shadowed areas are now a little bit darker. It just doesn't look as sharp and clean compared to the real life scene. Whereas the standard main camera right here, the 1X camera, this is a really good representation of the real life scene. Okay, look at the camera module. There's actually 5 cameras. It's kind of hilarious. There's no way there's really 5 cameras. So we know there's a 48 megapixel camera, 16 megapixel wide angle, and then there's a 5 megapixel macro lens and a 2 megapixel depth sensor. The 5th camera, they call it telesensitive lens. I have no idea what it is. I don't think it will do anything. Okay, let's finish up the unboxing. I got carried away with the camera module. So we have some papers right here, instructions right here. That's about it. I think we have a charging brick in USB-C. Yep, that's it. Let's test the camera lens. So the first thing, let's test the macro sensor to see if it's legit. Oh, okay, it's legit. It's actually focusing really closely to my palm with all the nasty calluses I got from weightlifting. And see here, it's focusing really up close to my leather iPhone case. It picks up the leather stitching of the casing too. So this is a legit macro lens then. Let's test the Bokeh lens depth sensor. It seems to be working too. There's actually real edge detection in the subject in the background. It's not the best looking bokeh images. You can basically get better bokeh shots from any Xiaomi, Realme, Oppo phones. But at least this is legit. You see there's actually edge detection around this cup and the straw. It's not one of those fake bokeh cameras that we've seen from these smaller Shenzhen brands from a couple of years ago. Yeah, you actually see subject separation. There is no telephoto zoom lens, so this 2x zoom lens here, it's completely digital. Overall, looking at more photo samples, I can't complain. For a $150 phone from a small Shenzhen brand, photo samples look pretty good, and this phone look and feel pretty nice for the price point. Alright, let's do a video test. Okay, you see obviously there's no video stabilization at all, so no OIS, no EIS. The video shakes with every step that I take. But at least the colors and details look okay, respectable. Okay, looking at more photo samples, colors are accurate and sharpness is pretty good. Like I said, for 150 bucks, this 48 megapixel sensor seems to do the job quite well in the daytime. I'm not going to test it at night because we know nighttime photos are going to be terrible. Okay, that was a selfie image. But just overall, yeah, I'm really liking the look of this phone, especially the front. I mean, again, for 150 bucks, it's really a testament to how fast smartphone innovations are being pushed. Let's check performance. So we know this phone runs on a Helio P60 with 6 gigs of RAM, and I'm playing Hero Hunter right now, which is a graphically intensive game, and the graphics are running pretty well, pretty smoothly. Okay, go into settings, you see that the graphics mode, it's in the medium settings, so not the highest settings, but it's better than other budget phones because it can actually handle the medium setting, and you see the frame rates are pretty sturdy. And you see frame rates are pretty steady. And Geekbench, this phone scored a 957 multi-core, 271 single core, so pretty respectable numbers. So as I said, this phone's official retail price is actually $240 US, but on AliExpress for now there's a special deal that sells it for $150. This is not sponsored by AliExpress, I literally just saw this on the internet. Now look at the software. This phone runs on Android 10. It's a stock version of Android 10, so that means there's no bloatware. Looking at the app, see, I only installed Hero Hunter and Instagram. That is it. Other than these two apps, everything else in here, it's all stock Google apps, so no bloatware at all. This is a really clean build of Android. Okay, so that's about it for this first look at the Cubot X30. I think for 150 bucks, you can't really complain. This is a really nice looking design, a really modern design that even a year or 2 years ago would have been deemed completely stunning looking for a flagship $900 phone. Now you can get this all-screen design for 150 bucks. Now there's only a single bottom fine speaker, but still it is what it is, and the battery, it's 4,200 milliamp hours, so I expect the battery life to be excellent, to at least go all day without any issues. I haven't tested the battery thoroughly yet, obviously, but I will put that more to the test later. Yeah, so that's about it. If you're interested in keeping up to date with the latest smartphones from China or South Korea or Japan or anywhere, please subscribe to my channel or follow me on Instagram at Ben's Gadget Review. So thanks for watching, stay healthy, stay safe.